Throughout life, you will build and lose many relationships, whether that be by your own doing, father time, or some outside forces that you can't control. Relationships are a part of life. But to get far, the key is to create good ones and learn to let go of the ones that don't serve you anymore. And when I say serve you, let me be clear. I'm stating the word serve as in pushing you forward or holding you down in a positive light. The key in creating those good, healthy relationships are in the details. Welcome back, family. This is episode 7, relationships. You know I gotta give a huge shout out to Banana Bag for keeping me fresh in the latest drops and exclusive merch. Banana Bag, always fresh. Man, relationships. Good ones will build you up, build your confidence up, have you feeling brand new or like you can accomplish all things that's in front of you. But on the other hand, them bad relationships will have you losing sleep, losing weight, hair, going crazy. All that over bad relationships that you may be in or be around. What be the worst thing though is when the relationship bad because you're the bad person in the relationship. When you know shit like that and you know it's you, it's time to be a grown up and step away from a relationship and learn how to fix it where you can. Some relationships like those with family, kids, marriage, you can't just walk away. You got to put on your big boy boots and try to fix that relationship. Not saying that person or people will ever look at you or feel the same way as they did before, but you can come to a common ground where you guys have a better relationship and can move forward. Can every relationship be fixed? Yeah, I think maybe, but I also feel no one ever needs to fix every relationship. But find where this relationship can sit on a healed common ground. That's the key. In those relationships where you are the problem, what are you doing? Are you mature enough to look at yourself in the mirror and notice that you're the problem and fix it? Or are you just going to keep on going along like nothing happened? This right here, that could bring a good relationship bad. It's not easy, and most take the easy way out. Like blame others or don't take accountability and point fingers at others. And then they just let their bridge burn. Bad relationships can mess with your mental. These type of relationships will make you question things, maybe even believe negative thoughts about yourself. And you ain't never had bad self-esteem issues, but bad relationships can do that to you. That's why being in tune with who you are will help be able to detect those characteristics in the situations and be able to make those decisions that's best for you. Building a good relationship with others always starts with the relationship you have with yourself. If you loving on yourself and respect yourself, others will see that aura and want to be a part of and build with you. Those type of relationships foster growth on both ends. That's how you know you got something when both sides pushing each other to do better is a great relationship. Being honest, you gotta be honest, but with good intentions and grace. You got to dig deep, develop those, because you will get farther in life than your own accomplishments with great relationships. When those whispers about you behind closed doors left you in a great space, all because of the relationships you built with others. This is the F Word, a podcast dedicated to fatherhood. So we gotta talk about our babies. This relationship right here starts before you even meet them. You don't know this child from a can of paint. Yet this relationship is cemented. While all that is true, and the feeling is 100 times more than what I'm saying, this, like all relationships, still have to be tended to correctly. I see relationships like a garden. You plant a seed in whoever, whatever type of relationship, and you tend to it like you would flowers or fruit or vegetables, and watch it grow while both sides reap from the benefits. This is no different with your child. No lie. You can't think shit, I'm a dad, and that's all that needs to be done. Nah, that's not how you create a good, healthy relationship. People work, and your children is your child, but they are little people too. Not only are they your kids, but they have their own emotions and well-being that needs to be expressed. I'm not saying things will be perfect. And yes, my man, it's going to take more work from you than it is from them, because you're the parent, the father. They may hurt your feelings. Things may go down that you might not like, but you have to continue to pour water on that garden. I'm not saying you don't have boundaries that shouldn't be crossed by anyone, and anyone who chooses to do so, you have to handle them accordingly. But that brings me back to building that relationship from day one. Because your child will know and understand your morals and goals and respect them, and know not to cross certain lines. Kids fuck up. They do. That's why doing the work with them at a young age is vital. Doing the work on yourself is even more vital. Learning the correct ways to control your own emotions. When this relationship is healthy and grows with the both of you, your children in general will bring a brighter future. You'll have those kids there for you to take care of you and make sure you're not being taken advantage of. I'm not saying you go live with your kids, because they got their own life. Or maybe you do go live with them kids. But having a good relationship with them will at least make sure you're not done wrong. I know what you're thinking. Oh, these kids don't be listening, or they do whatever they want. Because of you, sir. Because of you. Take accountability for not putting structure in place to where they know what's going on. You can't think, oh, I'm just about to tell them, yell at them, beat them, and they're going to do whatever I say, and just think it's going to be a good, healthy relationship. Nah, it don't work like that. Either they not going to fuck with you, or they going to run all over you every time. And structure ain't beating them saying do what I said do because I said do it. That's old, and that shit is dead. That don't even work. You can tell that didn't work with us, with our generation. Structure is guidelines that are in place to teach, keep safe, and help foster growth at that. And you can't do none of it without the input of your little one. Nah, I ain't saying kids making decisions out here. But what I am saying is to have a healthy relationship with them as their parent is having their emotions and ideas acknowledged, whether that shit be dumb as hell or not. We gotta listen to these kids because they talking to us. We just not listening most of the times. I'm not perfect, but I'm trying to get better at listening. So much of the relationship you have with your child will shape how they see the world. We can save that nature versus nurture debate for another episode. But all in all, you have a healthy relationship with your child that will teach them how to have a relationship within the rest of the world. Equipping them with the tools they need to succeed. Let's add something. How about us plus parents? I say plus, you can say step or whatever. But basically, kids that's not biologically yours, but are yours due to the current or previous relationship. How are those relationships? And how do you create one that makes an impact without trying to step on anyone's feet? Me, I say from personal experience, you gotta be you. You ain't coming in there trying to replace nobody. All you can do is be the additional parent that they may need in your own way. Because while that child or children have current parents in their life, you bring a new viewpoint and a shoulder to lean on. If you come in there trying to undermine and take over somebody's position that's not really up for grabs, it's going to end badly or create a lot of friction between you and that child. Yes, you are dating the other parent currently, but that child has parents. So you need to play your role, pimp, and focus on building your own bond with them that's separate from the household. Look, you ain't gotta redesign the wheel. We just trying to put it on a different vehicle, fellas. Something close to the relationship you have with your child is a step up. Is the relationship you have with your family. I wouldn't call it a step up, but adjacent. I have 2 younger sisters and a stepbrother. We mad close. We have our ups and downs like all siblings do. But them 2 right there, I hold that relationship close to my heart. For me, this is big. For most of you, you don't know. I was born into a huge family. My great-grandma had 14 kids. And all but one had kids. So you can imagine, we deep. Having that close relationship with your cousins was key to my childhood and how I moved in the world today. It even impacts how I like to kick it. I choose a family gathering or a family going out without hesitation before I go out to any club with anybody else. Still today, to this day, my right-hand man is my cousin, Ma. You couldn't tell me we wasn't brothers. Just lived in different house. I got to give a shout out to Ma. Yo, Ma, what up? Love you, boy. See you doing your thing out there in North Carolina. Those relationships with each other, with each family member, created the puzzle pieces that created me. For me, these relationships encourage community in me. a whole bunch of support type feeling. And I'm not just saying towards me. When I'm thinking of this relationship with my family, I feel like being of service. And I feel like helping others, giving support, and showing up for them moments in their lives. Another thing I think about or feel is sense of history. It's like being able to touch a piece of the past. Family, a relationship you're born into, but friends, that's a different relationship. These are people you choose to be around, hang with. I feel these relationships is up there with the levels of importance in your life. Because you don't have to see these people, build, or have fun with them. But something y'all created in this relationship that places a significant place in your heart. I have 3 best friends that I have been friends with since I was 13 years old. One being my actual blood cousin, Ma. So my circle is very small. But that relationship is strong. Even as grown men, growing up, we knew that our bond was going to be tested because we liked separate things. So we would do separate things. And we all had our own lives. But what we realize when we come together after doing those separate things, we have a better story to tell that we all can benefit from. As we age, life hits us more and more as we get older. We don't get to spend the same amount of time as we did together. Shit, one of us lives in a whole different state about 14 hours away. We still manage to keep the relationship tight, making sure we keep the main thing the main thing. I get it. How some friends can grow apart and detach. It happens, but I'm blessed to say while we are all on different paths in life, putting us in different rooms with different people, we'll always have each other's back as brothers. No blood relations. They're my boys. Relationships of all type takes time, responsibility, and effort. None more than a romantic relationship. This for someone you want to be with, build a life together, enjoy the journey of life together. This right here keeps the heart going. Being able to love on someone will keep you young and ticking. A romantic relationship takes more effort and selflessness to me than all the other relationships. You'll have to let a part of you that may not be serving the greater good go. And so might this person. There's no hiding in this relationship. You give your all or it doesn't work. It takes dedication and wanting to see the best in someone every day, even when they're not being the best at that moment. This relationship tests a wide variety of emotions and checks to see if this is really something you want. When done properly and adding your full self to this relationship, you should get strength in return. While people always say my partner is my weakness, when in actuality, that person is your strength. They say I am able to be vulnerable, open. I can just be me. And to me, bro, that's strength. Being able to be all those things is strength you're getting from the relationship. And it only happens again when this garden is being fed and tended to. You don't want dinner or a meal. You want a garden where you can eat for a lifetime. I've definitely messed up my share of them. But in those mess ups, I see the true strength and beauty in knowing that the right relationship is taken care of. It'll take care of you. This is so clear to me in two very, very big examples. My grandparents, who my grandpa has since passed, but was married my entire life. My grandma didn't even leave his side till his last breath. I saw strength that took years to create, be tested, and succeed in the clutch. Also, my uncle and my aunt, who's also been married for years. These people show me daily that invest into your relationship with the right person will have you benefiting tenfold. But that's only if you do the work on you and the relationship. You want to build one life with another person, and only happens when the bond is stronger than those outside forces. Because there will be hella outside forces. I'm not just talking cheating. Shit, I'm talking money, kids, family. All that comes and goes to add to or sometimes take away from your relationship in good and bad ways. But when you and your partner are focused on the goal and the relationship, there's nothing that can break it. I hope you guys are seeing the key things I'm saying about relationships. That relationships are a reflection of you and what you've put into them. Most relationships fail because people only want to see what they can get out of a situation instead of just going into it wholeheartedly and giving. Give, and give again. Keep giving. Most of the time, it doesn't even cost money. Just time, effort, and a little bit of patience. Thank you for tuning in. This has been episode 7, Relationships. How are your relationships holding up over time? This episode was brought to you by Beyond Solutions, where a clean place is a safe space. Book them now for all your carpet cleaning, junk removal, and commercial cleaning needs. You can catch new episodes every Tuesdays and follow the F word across all social platforms for daily fatherhood content. And I want you to remember, you're doing a good job.